It's almost 2 in the morning, and you're still awake. Not because you're hungry, not because anything's wrong. The screen just kept going, and so did you. Tomorrow you'll feel the tiredness, but there's something you won't feel. Somewhere under all of it, your body may have already started holding on to fat. So here's the strange part. Why does one bad night of sleep make your body store fat when you haven't eaten a single thing? This is Og. He just pulled an all-nighter in a world he was never built for. And while he was scrolling, his ancient body quietly made a decision he never agreed to. And the wildest part? It doesn't take a week of this. To the system we're about to meet, a single rough night is enough to start hedging. Here's the twist. It's not about what you ate. It's not weak willpower, and it's not some broken, slow metabolism. Your body is doing something far older than any of that. And, from where it's standing, far smarter. Because to your body, a night without sleep isn't a Netflix binge. It's a warning. And by the end of this, you'll see exactly what it thinks is coming. Start with the part you can actually feel the next day, the hunger. Two hormones quietly run your appetite. One, called leptin, says, "You're full, you can stop." The other, ghrelin, says, "Go find food." After a short night, studies have found leptin tends to drop, and ghrelin tends to climb. Your "I'm full" signal goes quiet. Your "feed me" signal turns up. You didn't change. Your settings did. And the strange thing is where those switches sit. Deep in the brain, in the hypothalamus, the controls for sleep and the controls for hunger are wired right next to each other, almost sharing the same circuits. To your body, sleep and food were never separate problems. They were two halves of one question. Are we safe? And is there enough? So when one breaks, the other moves. And it isn't just more food, it's a very specific kind of food. Tired, you don't crave a salad. Most of us reach for the densest energy we can find. Sugar, bread, anything fast. Brain scans suggest a sleep-deprived brain lights up harder for high-calorie food and goes quieter in prefrontal control regions that say, maybe don't. In some studies, people running on too little sleep ate several hundred extra calories the very next day, without ever feeling like they'd overdone it. But here's where it gets stranger. Because even if you ate nothing different at all, your body changes what it does with the food. After even a single short night, some studies have measured cells responding less to insulin, the signal that tells them to pull sugar out of your blood and use it. The sugar is still there. The doors just open more slowly. And what isn't used right away is more likely to end up stored. At the same time, a tired body can run a little higher on cortisol, a stress signal that pushes your body to hold on to energy. And then there's the quietest move of all. Run short on sleep, and you tend to move a little less, fidget less, shift less, spend a little less energy without ever deciding to. More coming in, a little less going out. Stored, just in case. So put it together. Less full, more hunger, a pull toward dense calories, a body that traps more of what you eat and quietly burns a little less of it. That is not a malfunction. That's a program. And it is running exactly as designed. So to understand it, stop picturing your bedroom. Picture the world your body was actually built for. For almost all of human history, you did not lose a night of sleep for no reason. You lost sleep because something was wrong. A predator near the camp, a child sick through the dark, bitter cold, a long, hungry walk to somewhere new. In that world, a run of broken nights meant one thing above all else. Hard times are here. And the body had an ancient answer ready, waiting. Conserve and stock up. Hold on to fat. Crave every calorie in reach. Burn a little less of it. Because in the world we evolved in, sleepless nights often coincided with scarcity or danger. So your body errs on the side of carrying you heavy and alive into a possible famine rather than lean into a feast. Think of body fat for what it really is. A battery. A way to carry a good summer on your hips straight through a winter that hasn't arrived yet. A body that could read the warning signs early and start charging that battery before the cold hit. That was a body that survived. Every one of your ancestors won that bet, thousands of times over. You are here because their bodies guessed famine, and were right just often enough. That instinct carried your ancestors through winters you will never have to see. But you're not marching anywhere. For most of us today, there is no famine. There's a phone, a warm room, and a fridge that's still full. Your body just spent the night preparing you for a hardship that, for most of us, is never going to arrive. It read one bad night as the first sign of scarcity and started rationing, in the middle of plenty. And here's the cruel part. In the old world, a run of bad nights was rare, a crisis that passed. In yours, it's most nights. The late screens, the short sleep, a warning that never quite switches off. So the battery keeps charging for a winter that simply never comes. So the fat isn't a punishment for the food you ate. It's a gift, packed for a famine that isn't coming. Og's body is still getting ready for a winter that ended 50,000 years ago. And every late night, yours quietly does the same. Old code, new bed. The same ancient fear of going hungry.